There is a popular saying in leadership that if you think you're leading and there's nobody following you, you are only going on a walk. On this platform, you are going to learn principles of leadership. You are going to encounter different leaders. You are going to learn about how you can grow as a leader, how you can make an impact. My name is Samuel Eyim, and I'm the host for the leadership platform. I am a leadership coach, a lawyer by profession, a John C. Maxwell certified coach. I have been in corporate life in senior positions for several years, and now I run the Center for Transformational Leadership, where we train and coach leaders to become better leaders. And I invite you to go on a journey with us as we discuss the subject of leadership in the coming weeks.
This and every Saturday, you have opportunity to ask questions, share your views on important leadership matters.
Hi dear friend, my name is Samuel Eyim, and I'm the CEO for the Center for Transformational Leadership. And I'm bringing to you the growth journey. We've set aside 15 weeks of growth to help you to be intentional about your growth. Where do you want to reach in your leadership? Which area of your life do you want to grow in? Growth doesn't just happen. It has to be intentional. So in these 15 weeks, we're going to have a special coaching sessions with you to be able to grow to where you want to grow. And to be able to grow yourself, you need to know yourself. A lot of us are not achieving the maximum we can achieve because we have not invested in our personal growth. We're going to help you in all and more within these 15 weeks. Every week we'll have a session with you. This program is limited to only 15 people. We're going to have 15 people for 15 weeks, and we're going to learn 15 great growth lessons on this journey. So make a date with us and see you on the growth journey.
Hello everyone, my name is Elsie, and I'm excited that I just completed a 15-week journey with the CTL Africa team on the 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth by John C. Maxwell.
From the law of pain, I also learned that every problem introduces a person to himself. Honestly, till you face a problem, you wouldn't know the things that you actually have within you.
The journey for me personally was a wake-up call. Before I joined this journey, I wasn't actually learning at all. I wasn't adding any logic to what I knew.
So the law of trade-off is saying that you have to give up to grow up. So things that I think are not going to have maximum impact on my life, I have to trade them off.
I want to grow. I am not stopping now. I am continuing. And as far as I'm concerned, like it says, you cannot give what you don't have. I definitely will have to give what I have learned off to others and then get more so that I can continue giving. I am not going to be a reservoir. I am going to be a river, and therefore I'm going to continue learning to be able to give of my best.
Ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results on a consistent basis if they have a system, if they have a plan.
Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Platform. My name is Samuel Ayim, and I'm excited once again to be with you this evening because of the subject we are going to discuss, and also because of the person who is going to share with us. A good leader uses the media to inspire and influence people. A great leader uses the media to empower and educate people. Simon Sinek. We are going to discuss this evening on the subject of the media and the leader. How do successful leaders harness the power of the media? And this is what we are calling you to come around the table, share ideas, share your experiences as we invite our speaker to come. But before he comes, I want to once again remind you that beyond this free platform, we have in-depth studies on leadership, on personal growth for individuals who can join virtually, and for corporates and organizations. We can discuss with you and come to your teams, do teamwork activities with you, bring some training to you in your organization, in your church, in your company. We also have coaching opportunities for executives who desire to enhance and maximize their potential. So we have currently running, and you can register to Put Your Dream to the Test, which is a program designed to help you to take your dream for your life and to take it from just the ideation level to reality. What are the steps you need to take to make sure your dream is realistic? It's your own dream, you've costed it properly, and that it is achievable. That is the essence of putting your dream to the test. Then the other training we're running is the Growth Accelerator Journey, where we take you on a 15-week journey, 15 people at a time, to go on a journey of growth, of self-discovery, of looking at the elements and drawing through the laws of leadership, the 15 laws of leadership that John C. Maxwell has established that is helping so many people. So we encourage you. We are soon going to launch the fundamentals of leadership, which would help you to change your mindset, to have the right mindset about leadership. There are other programs coming. We have Understanding Human Behavior, which is using the DISC profiling to help you understand yourself, understand your teams, and many, 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 many more programs that we have running. So we encourage you to join one or other of those programs to improve yourself. But this evening, we have somebody who has been on this platform several times. And each time he comes, people say, oh, can he come again? Let him come again. I think this is the third or fourth time that Conrad is coming onto the leadership platform. He was there from the beginning. Early when we started this platform, he shared lessons. Conrad is a communication specialist. And so when we thought of this topic, we know that he is one of the best who can share with us because he has a lot of experience in the media. He is currently the executive director of the Media Center of Heritage Christian University, which is called the Truth TV. And the Truth TV broadcasts to several, Conrad can talk about it, several countries, to millions of homes every day, programs that are educative programs that lift people up. In fact, the leadership platform every Sunday is also aired on Truth TV. So Conrad can share a bit of that with us so that you can also take time every Sunday afternoon when you're relaxing. You can share the lessons on the leadership platform and many, many other
programs that are building leaders on that network, the Truth TV. And he's the executive director. Actually, he's the founding executive director. He's the one taking it from the scratch and building it. And he's doing so because he has the expertise. He's a media and public relationship manager of the United Nations Association in Ghana. So he has a lot of experience in this field. He's worked for the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. He's been reading news on GTV. He's done a lot of work in that space. He's currently reading his PhD in Business Administration, Communication, and Media Management. So he's gone so deep into this, and he's doing this from the Open University of Malaysia. He has a master's in journalism and mass communication from SMU in India, and he holds a bachelor's in English. You will hear his English when he starts talking. You will see that actually he's an English scholar. And he's not only known this, he's practiced it, he's also taught communication skills at Jimpa School of Business and the Faculty of Law for 4 years. And as we said, he worked for the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GTV in particular, as a reporter, newscaster, editor, program producer, host, and communicator for over 7 years. He was adjudged Ghana's best journalist in political reporting in 2013 and was a finalist for the best TV male newscaster 2014-2015. And there's so much about Conrad. I know him personally. He's very strong. He's affable. He does a lot of work among young people, training. He's presented hundreds of lectures to young people, over 200 lectures, training sessions for youth, students, and different religious groups. And he also has his own group of companies, the Colorado group of companies, which handles media, public relationship, editing, public speaking and training, communication, consulting. He's doing so many things all around the space of. So if somebody knows what leaders need to do with the media to carry their leadership forward, one person who can help us is Mr. soon-to-be Dr. Conrad Kakraba. Doc, in the making, the platform welcomes you. This is your home. So please take us away with how successful leaders harness the power of the media. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, boss. Hey, always lifting me up and my image, before this honorable audience. I am very,
you
very.
built the image. We only comment on it, so we are proud of you, Conrad. For all that you're doing for young people in particular, for all that you're doing for students, for all that you're doing in the media. We are proud of you, and you are welcome to the leadership platform once again.
Thank you, boss. Yes.
All right.
So that's my boss. I mean, he is the council chairman for Heritage Christian University College right here in Amasaman in Accra. And that is the university that set up the Heritage Christian College Media Center, Truth TV, that I am the executive director for. So he is the one who is helping me to be what I am and what I am doing. And as you said, the leadership platform is broadcast on Truth TV on Sundays at 3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. And so anybody who wants to watch the recorded versions of the leadership platform, you can do so Sundays at 3:30 p.m. All right. Truth TV is also a multi-TV, and it's broadcast to 5 million homes in Ghana and 20 3 African countries. And we are also live on social media, Truth TV Ghana. All right. So thank you very much for this opportunity to come your way again, to come and talk about something very, very important, and that is about the media. The media. Now, the media is a very important tool that leaders must know about and they must use if they want to be successful. And that is why we have thought it wise to focus on this particular topic this evening. Now, John C. Maxwell, he is an expert in leadership. He says the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And John C. Maxwell, he is someone who has trained Mr. Eyim in leadership. And I get so much inspiration from him personally because of the fact that he has looked at leadership from different perspectives, different angles. And this is what he boils the whole topic of leadership to, which is the fact that the true measure of leadership is about influence. And there is one particular aspect of influence or one channel that can make leaders very influential, and that's the leader. But before then, that is the media. Before we get into the subject of the media, we need to consider who an influential leader is and what the person can do in order to stay influential. Here are some 4 steps to become an influential leader. First, you must understand what influence is all about. You must determine how influential you are, and then how you use influence at work or wherever you find yourself. You must understand what influence really is. Many people think that influence is just about being known by someone. No, not that. What change are you causing? Where is your organization or wherever you find yourself leading your sphere of influence? Where were they and where have you sent them to? What are you doing that is impacting somebody's life? John C. Maxwell still defines success as discovering your purpose or the reason you exist, and then also maximizing your potentials and sowing seeds that impact the lives of others. So that's what influence is about. And to become influential, you need to learn what behaviors you must develop to immediately expand your influence. There are certain things, and today we'll talk about one of them. Then also influence up, down, and laterally. Engage superiors, empower subordinates, and build peer relationships. So influencing doesn't just mean doing a top bottom approach. You are up and then you are just influencing those down. But how are you influencing your peers laterally? How are you influencing those above you as well? That is very key. And then the 4th aspect that we need to look at is about some 5 essential traits when you are an influential leader. It means 1, you must have solid reputation. Solid reputation. And that is one of the things we'll talk about today, which the media can help you do or undo. Solid reputation, enhanced skill set, executive presence, which the media can also help you to achieve, superior likability, which the media can also help you achieve, and then the power to persuade, which the media can help you achieve. So in order for you to become influential, you need to have certain things at your disposal, or you must know how to use certain things. And one of those powerful tools that we need to talk about today is the media. The media wields power for influence. The media, as we are talking about it, is a general term for the traditional media, television, radio, magazines, newspapers, and then the new media, the internet, mediated communications, for example, the social media platforms that we know about, and then also even Google and all of that. So the social media platforms, we will look at them towards the end. We would also look at traditional media in general. Now, when we talk about the media, we know very well that we are in an information age. There is a revolution which we are very happy to be part of. Some people who lived before us I know, would have wished to live in our time because of the power of the internet, the media, and all the things that we are enjoying today. The information age has made media a dominant form of accessing news, communication, interaction, and engagement. And so the traditional media, where we say traditional media, we are talking about print, radio, TV, public address systems, films, and then CDs. These days, the CDs and films are fading out, but we still have newspapers, we still have radio, TV, and then public address systems. As in, if you go to the community centers, yeah, they have these public address systems. Then the new media, we are referring to internet and social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and the rest, LinkedIn. And then computer mediated communication makes all these possible on a convergence platform. So one can have all these forms through the internet on a mobile phone. And that is so good for our generation, for our times. All of these, you can watch TV on your phone, you can listen to radio on your phone, you can actually have how to call it, you can have newspapers on your phone because all of them, are online now. And 4 in 5 persons have access to at least one of these media in a day. That's according to research. 4 out of 5 persons have access to at least one of these media that I've mentioned in a day. So if you are a leader and you want to cause some influence or make some changes or bring about something that is going to be useful, if you ignore the power of the media, then you are ignoring your own influence. You are ignoring the power that it can wield, because you can have access to 4 people out of 5 persons through the media. And this is a very powerful quotation by Malcolm X. He was one of those civil rights activists in the US. He says, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. Wow. So to him, you can say whatever you like as the most important or powerful entity on earth, but to him, the media is the most powerful. Even at that time when he lived, the media had not really dominated the landscape that much. We had not got social media and all of that, but this was his rating of the most powerful institutions. And he says that the media is the most powerful. So, what leaders must do is not to ignore the media, but rather harness the power of the media. Because today you can just have an agenda, set it through the media, and you can achieve a lot of things. There are negative consequences and then there are positive ones that the media can have, but we would look at the positive mostly. And then media is the fourth estate of the realm. When we have the arms of government, we all know the 3 arms of government are the executive, the legislature, judiciary, and the fourth estate of the realm is what we call the media. That is also an arm that watches over what the government of the day does, what the legislators, and then also the judiciary, what they are doing. The media is the watchdog over them. Now, there are some functions of the media. These are basic. Everybody would love to know what really the role of the media is in society. There are 10 of them. I'll go through them quickly because some of these you may already know, but a few of them you have no idea, and I'd love to let you know. The first one is surveillance. Of course, whatever is going around as the media is positioned to bring us the news. Then 2, interpretation. Sometimes the things that are happening, we don't really understand. And so the media is positioned to help engage with the experts so that they can explain to the ordinary person what is going on. Then education. The media also educates us on a lot of things. Socialization passes culture, down to from generation to generation, and helps us to live in a community. And then there is reinforcement. If there is something that the society wants to achieve, the media reinforces that. If there is something that the society is not interested in, the media tries as much as possible to educate people to desist from it. Then there is also agenda setting. When you wake up daily and the media is, we are going through the newspaper review and all of that, we are setting the agenda for the day. The media is letting you know the important things to focus on for that particular day. If there is news headlines and all of that, the media is telling you that these are the critical things that you need to focus on for today. So the media set agenda, and the whole society runs with that agenda for the day. Sometimes, of course, the agenda may not be proper, but of course, this is telling you that the media, one of its functions is to set the agenda for the society for the day. Then also there is persuasion. The media also persuades people to do things, for good or for bad, So the good ones we know, of course, there are a lot of things that we do in terms of health education, even political education, personal education, spiritual education, all of those, leadership education, as we are doing right now. We are using the media, the power of the media. But the negative aspects as well. For example, in Rwanda, that's the most common example in Africa, where because of radio, there was over 100,000 people who were killed in just a period of in fact, close to 1 million, I should say, were killed in a period of 100 days, just because somebody sat on the airwaves and was calling a particular tribe, in unprintable terms. And then also linkage. There are a lot of things that are happening in the society, and people do not know how to link one to the other, how to connect this to that. But the media discusses these issues, brings people who are very knowledgeable, and they establish the linkages. So if we are talking about debt exchange program and all of that, some of us do not really understand all the implications, but those who know what it means will come and say, okay, this actually means that this is going to be affected, this will be achieved, this will be affected, this will be implications for the society and for pensioners, for this, for that. That is linkage to show the connections between the various things that are happening or are being planned by leaders. Then there is this one that you may not know about, that is about narcotization. The narcotization effect is called by some people as a dysfunction of the media, dysfunction, which means that it's not supposed to be a positive thing, but you can look at it from positive or negative. Now, what is it? That is about the fact that sometimes the media brings up a lot of information about a certain issue. And in the process of overloading the people with that information, either the people respond positively to that information and whatever it is that the media keeps hammering on. Let's talk about corruption, for example. If the media keeps bringing up issues about corruption, people may respond, people may take up arms, protests and all of that, and they may kick out leaders and all of that. And sometimes the negative aspect of it is also achieved, which is about the fact that sometimes when the media hits or highlights on one particular issue for a long time, people, now it loses its relevance and its freshness and its importance and significance, and people just belittle it because whenever the media talks about it, then they just say, this issue we've heard about it severally, and we don't even know what next to do about it. So they are kind of disarmed. People become very lethargic. They become very, they don't want to act. They become very passive about that issue. And that's, of course, like corruption that I mentioned right now. We've talked about corruption severally in the media. So right now, if somebody brings up any issues or allegations of corruption, many people don't really care about it because they know that is the norm. I mean, we've heard about this, and this is no news to us. It's just like these how do you call them, politicians who had a plane crash, and a farmer witnessed the plane crash and wanted to go to the village to go and call people to come and then rescue the victims. And when he went to their community, everybody said, I mean, once they are politicians, they are always lying. And so they will not even go and save them. And that is narcotization. We have heard a lot about politicians. And so anything that you talk about that people don't even act, the people don't even care again, and the media does that a lot. And then the final one is entertainment, of course, music and movies and all of that. Yeah. Now, let's focus a bit on the traditional media. And this is some research that compares TV versus digital radio. The average time spent in the US from 2018 to 2022, that was when this research was carried out. And there are a few things that stand out in this particular research. It shows, so the red shows the hours that people were spending on TV, and then the black shows the hours spent on digital video, like YouTube, social media videos, TikTok, and blah blah blah. Yeah, so you will see that people in 2018 were spending 3 hours 42 minutes watching TV, and then 1 hour 31 minutes watching digital video, social media, and all of that, even movies, that you can watch on your phone and all of that. Then 2019, you can see the figures, 2020, 2021, 2022. So by the time we reach 2022, the time had reduced from 3 hours, 42 minutes to 3 hours, 7 minutes. And then that of digital video had risen to 2 hours, 24 minutes. Now, what this is showing us is very clear that people spend a lot of time a day watching either TV or listening to radio or watching some digital video or something. That is 2 hours for, if we are using 2022 data, over 2 hours being spent watching digital video from whatever platforms, but about 3 hours on TV, watching TV, content. And that's significant, at least if people are spending this amount of time watching videos and all of that, you must be interested as a leader to capture the attention if there is something that you need them to know. And that also tells us something about the fact that digital video, people are moving a bit from TV, though there is still a significant amount of time that you're spending on TV, to other platforms as well. So if you're a leader, you must be balancing the two. While you are doing stuff on TV, you are also doing stuff that complement whatever you are doing on the digital platforms. Now, there are leaders who have used the media to drive the agenda. So some of these are just a few of them that I came up with. Narendra Modi of India, he is very, very, very active on social media, and then also his country is very well noted for the use of the media. I was there in 2014 to study in one of the institutions for media and communication studies, and these people are really, really advanced, and that's how come after Hollywood, for example, Bollywood is the next biggest, when it comes to the movie industry in the world, because they've invested so much and they've done so many things, and they know the power of the media to transmit culture and all of that. Barack Obama, I mean, the least said about him, the better. He used social media very much in his campaign and to reach young people, to reach all manner of people across the world, to give him support and all of that. And while he was in presidency, he used the media so much, to do a lot of things. He's still even using it currently as he's even out of office. James Cameron, I mean, the former British Prime Minister, he controls the BBC. I mean, that is the best media platform across the world, and he used it so well, and that also shows you that you cannot ignore the media if you want to be successful. And right now, China is rising at supersonic speed, and they're using the media to promote the agenda, to tell the world what the world should know about China, what's happening, and their plans, and what they shouldn't know. And they've set up their media agencies, Xinhua News, CGTV, and all of that, a whole lot of media networks across the world just to promote the Chinese agenda. That shows you that you cannot do without the media if you want to be successful in promoting your agenda as a leader. And then there are so many influences across the world, that we know about, and many of these are very, very active on the media. I mean, if you look at number 3, for example, so some people are not here; they just captured the how to call them, musicians and actors, and a few politicians. So Ariana Grande, we have a 429 million followers. We have Selena Gomez, 425 million followers, and all other people, down there. You would see several of them, just making a good showing on their social media platforms, because if you want to have that influence, apart from what you're doing, people need to be seeing you and relate with you, in a more personal manner. Now, I'm zooming in a little bit on the social media platforms now, because that is something that many leaders have been ignored, and also many leaders need to take advantage of these days. Now, social media marketing statistics also show us that the average adult spends um, 2 hours, 25 minutes on social media every day, as we saw in that research, and then in other research that have been conducted. That is what we are told, that at least 2 hours, 25 minutes is spent on social media. Now, over 70% of people who have a positive experience with a business on social media will recommend that business to their networks. Now, listen to that again. It means that there are a lot of people, when they see the business on social media or on radio, TV, and the traditional media, and they have a positive experience, they love the product or the service, and they have a positive image about that particular business, they will recommend that to their networks or to their friends and family and all of that. So if you do not also engage with these people, it means that the recommendations may not be coming to your business. Facebook users click on 12 Facebook ads on average every month. 12 Facebook ads, so a lot of people are using Facebook ads and all of that. And Facebook users on the average 12. So they will click on it, go read about it, or find out more, or watch the video and stuff like that. Then 81% of people use Instagram to research on products and services. Nearly 80% of Twitter users feel more positive about a business when they get a response to their tweet. You see, so if you've sent something, and then you have they have tweeted you and you have not responded, it means that people would not have a positive perception about your business. And so that also means that you need to be active. It's not just a matter of posting the items or the products and services, but you need to be active in automating responses, or letting people really respond personally to some of the feedback, I should say, the feedback from those who are getting back to you. And then 4 out of 5 people on LinkedIn actually drive business decisions. That's very important for you as a leader. If 4 out of 5 people on LinkedIn drive business decisions, it means that if you want to reach certain people who are deciding on strategy and where to invest your money, where to go, which business to deal with, and all of that, and these people are on LinkedIn, then it means that you must also elevate your business to that particular platform. LinkedIn is where the corporates and all of these professionals are, and they're the ones who are driving the business decisions. And you need to also make sure that you are there and then letting them know what kind of services that you offer, and they can also make decisions about patronizing you. And then 4 to 6% of TikTok users engage in the app without any other distractions. So these are, TikTok is normally for the young people and all of that. And they're saying that if they are on that particular platform, they don't do any other thing. They're just there. And so it means it's a platform that you can also capture attention. Yeah, especially if you want to reach young people. Here are a few other fundamentals that you need to know. So social media marketing, profile optimization, it helps you to get accurate, complete, active links to websites, and has, a call to action, CTA, which means that your social media platforms must let people do something. Don't just let them watch something exciting from you and your business, but they should do something, which means that they should click on this link or WhatsApp you or do something. So make sure that if you're doing your activations, you add a call to action so that people can get back to you. And then also, if you're posting, it should be useful. Don't just post anything. And then it should be entertaining, relevant post, photos, videos, lives, and stories, and then also engaging, like, share, comment, and follow customers, and then also followers and influencers as well. Then advertising, paid methods of reaching targeted audiences. Make sure that you pay for that. These social media ads, they're not free. You have to pay for them. Um, I mean, with $5 you can get an advert through, and you can reach so many people. And so you need to do some paying here for the ads that you want to post. And then also measuring, you have to also use the platforms and website analytics to actually see what's working for your business and what's not working. What do people like and what don't people like is very important. Here are some more overview of social media use. These are statistics, that would help you in your business decisions as well. So 4.7 billion people out of the about 8 or so billion people in the world, they are on social media. And every now and then a number of them keep being added, so you can see all the plus 1% and all of that, plus 5%. People keep coming onto the media platforms every now and then. And the average daily time spent using social media is about 2 hours 29 minutes. People are there. And so what this tells us, and you can see the statistics about males, females, so the males, for example, that's 54%, that's the last one there. And then the second to last, 45%. What this tells you is that lots of the world's population, lots of people are engaged in using the media platforms to access television, radio, to read newspapers, to interact with their friends, and also link up with other people, businesses, and to check out what's latest, what they want to buy, and what are people saying about it, what's the latest news, what's the latest fashion and trends, and content, personal development content, leadership content, and all of that. Spiritual matters, if you're a church leader, people also go there to access spiritual information. So you cannot just be in the traditional method of just preaching from the pulpit, and it doesn't go anywhere beyond your church room. No, you need to extend it so that people can access that wherever they are. So all of these should help you make your decision. Now this slide helps you also decide, because it tells you the world's most used social media platforms. So Facebook is leading, followed by YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, and then the rest, come. TikTok is also there after WeChat. Yeah, so that is the world's most used social media platforms. That data is from July 2020. We haven't got any latest in 2023 yet to compare, but at least that is very close to us, so we can make use of it. Facebook is something that you need to make good use of. But apart from that, you would see that the same information that was gathered, there is some dynamics to it. Though these, I mean, the ones we just saw were the most popular platforms. These are the favorites, among those platforms. So it means that though a lot of people are using Facebook, in fact, they don't consider it to be their favorite. The favorite they consider is WhatsApp. So WhatsApp, we have, Instagram following it, and then Facebook, WeChat, then TikTok in that order. So there may be a lot of people using it, but the one they consider to be the favorite because maybe it does all that they need at once is in this order: WhatsApp first before Instagram, and then Facebook comes, and all of that, and Telegram and all of those. They are all there, Twitter and all of that, LinkedIn and co. They all come based on who they are serving and what kind of service these people want. Now, we're getting close to wrapping up, but these are statistics that you also need to know. If you're doing social media, make sure that you're considering the age groups that you are targeting as well. So for example, Facebook, if you are targeting 25 to 34, the boomers, you need Facebook for them. If you and the content must be photos and links, information, and then live videos. And then the strategies, to use local marketing, advertising, and relationship building. The only con, which means the negative aspect of this, is the weak organic reach. Which means that unless you really pay for the video or whatever it is you're posting to go far, it may not travel as much as you want. Yeah. Then the next one, YouTube. If you're targeting people around 18 to 25 years or 26 to 35, YouTube is the place to be. And that the content should be how to do something, how to do this, how to do that, how to, and then webinars like we are hosting right now, and then also explainers, things that are explaining about how to do something or how to, basically, or history or some other things, spiritual matters, yes. And then also the strategies to use, of course, that one you can get a lot of organic reach, and then also search engine optimization can also be, which means that once you set the system in such that once you click one particular word, that your video is likely to come up very easily because it's been set in that way so that people can easily look for you and your content. There can be advertising as well. But the negative side of that is that the video is resource heavy, which means that normally you can it's videos that YouTube does with, but it has a lot of monetary or financial commitments that you need to make in order to get a good video to post. And so that is the only disadvantage. You need to look at that as well. Then if you go down, you can see 18 to 24, 25 to 34, the millennials, Instagram, inspiration and adventure, questions and polls and all of that. And then Twitter, they are also there. The educated, the wealthy people, they are on Twitter and they are interested in news and discussions and humor and all of that. And then LinkedIn is for 46 to 55, they are the professionals, and for the content they need something, long form content, and then core values of your organization and all of that, and their strategies for them, business to business. And then also you can get organic reach, and then also international connections can be done. So the rest are there. If you get access to this, you can look at it further. Benefits of social media, of course, there's exposure. 92% of people who have gone on social media said they've got a lot of exposure. Their website traffic has been driven because you can put your link there, and then you click, and then you go to your website, and then a loyal fans, you can create loyal fans from these things as well. Then audience insights can be generated, leads can be generated for businesses, search engine optimization, partnerships, and then reduced expenses as well. Now, maybe a final bit of it on social media, the 6 dimensions of social media literate leadership. This is very critical for leaders. Now, there is this personal level that you must develop as a leader. The personal level, you must be a producer, a distributor, and a recipient. Now, what do these things mean? As a producer, if you want to use media or social media in general, we are talking about you must also learn how to develop creative competence, authenticity, how to tell stories and artistic vision, and then also hone your technical skills, especially video production. So as somebody who is interested in connecting with people, you must learn a bit about this. Let the media team that I'm going to talk about guide you to be able to do this very well. And then a distributor, you must also understand cross-platform dynamics and what causes messages to go viral, and then also build and sustain a body of social followers. And then as a recipient, you must create resonance via selective replies and links, and make sense of the noise through intelligent filtering. There's a lot of noise on media, but you must know how to filter and then receive what you really want to receive. And then on the side of the organization, strategically, what you must do is that you must also be an advisor, an architect, and an analyst. As an advisor, you must enable and support 360-degree environment in social media usage, which means you must make sure that your organization really embraces social media. Then, as an architect, you must also balance vertical accountability and horizontal collaboration, leverage social media for key business functions. You must make sure that since you are at the top, you are using it to determine a lot of the things that the people are doing and how it's reaching people, and use it for research and all of that. Then, as an analyst, you must monitor dynamics of social media industry so that you know what's trending and what to go for and what not to go for. Yeah. Maybe what should you post? If you're asking, there is a 70-20-10 rule. 70-20-10 rule, as they say. So the 70% must be informational, which means education, advice, how to do something, important updates, and all of that. And then 20% must be emotional. That is about the fact that people must see that you are connected to what you are actually pushing to them. There should be that passion in you. There must be that you must sell your company culture, core values, milestones, funny, and then inspirational content. And then the last bit of it, 10%, must be promotional, which is directly selling to people, because people don't want to be sold to. People don't like you selling to them directly. And so 70% inform them, 20% be emotional, and let's see your passion in that particular field. And then 10% of it is just about how to contact you and that sort of thing. So don't just go posting promotional. Everything about it is promotional. People would be put away. Here's my final points for you, 10 points, suggestions for leaders. First of all, you must recognize the age you are in, and that's the information age. So if you are a leader, just keep keep it at the top of your mind that we are in an information age. You cannot do without the media, but you must be very strategic in getting what sort of media to use. Then two, study the media trends. All these information I'm putting out, make sure you Google and find out more yourself. Try to ask people who are in the industry, get some kind of exposure so that you know what's up, what's happening. And then three, plan for the media. Yes, once you know what it is that you are in for, do a plan. There must be a media plan for your organization, for your business, if you want to succeed. For your church, if you want to succeed, there must be a media plan. You don't just do anything and everything just the way the ordinary person would do it, but you must add some media plan to it in order to make sure that you sell that service or product. The number four, get professional help on media strategy and training. There are professionals like me, as my boss said, there are professionals whose business it is to monitor the media, to do stuff for organizations and groups in terms of media relations, public relations, and all of these, advising you on media strategy, which media works and which one doesn't work. How do you get to this particular media house? How do you do, what would they be interested in? There are people whose business it is to get these information for you. So don't just, people are just struggling. They want to get on radio, TV, they want to do this, they want to do that, and they don't know how to do it, and they're always complaining that the media is not interested in them. No, it's because you don't know how to approach them. You don't know the strategy that you need to use in order to get them to be interested in you. And also, training. You must get training. If you get exposed to the media and the media sees that you're not well trained, they'll back off. You need to get your team trained so that if you want to engage the media, you can have very excellent, relationship and interaction with the media. The media is very, very, exposed, and the journalists, are very intelligent. They know who is going to give them leverage, or who is going to make their business run down because of the way they're talking, the way they're positioning themselves, the way they are knowledge based, their, the way they're dressed, or the way they carry themselves. Maybe some of them, they are too pompous, they are too, loud, or the media knows how to assess all of these things, and they know who to go for. So it's very important for you to get somebody to train you in that regard. And then also, number 5, create your own media team to support you. After you've got the professionals to help you, direct you as to what to do and get you trained, now let them also help you to create your own media team, so that you don't always go for, the media professionals that trained you or gave you that exposure. You must also have yours that you groom from the they can be students who you have trained over time, and they have got the media exposure, they have gone to media school, they have also advanced in IT and all of that, and then you build them to be able to also support you. So you can hire interns if you don't have money to go for the professionals immediately to form your media team. Hire people, train them, let the professionals train them, and then they would constantly be around you and directing you as to what to do, where to go, which platforms to use, and that sort of thing. And then be purposefully visible. Many people just want to be visible for being visible's sake. But as a leader, don't just be in the public domain just anyhow, and you just want, there is something that we call in people just want attention, and you all know that. Some people just want attention everywhere. They want to be the ones there, they want to be in the public domain, they want to be on the radio, TV, and all of that. If the camera is coming, they want to come in front. No, as a leader, you must be purposefully visible. Don't just have that love for camera, love for radio microphones, and love for social media. If there is no need for you to come on air, don't go on air. If there is no need for you to say something, don't say it. If there is no need for you to comment on something, just say no comment. If there is no need for you to be on social media at a particular period or time, or to do a video or whatever, just don't do it. It must come purposefully, and also create something interesting that the media will be interested in. The media is not interested in boring stuff. Yes, whatever service or product it is, you can turn it to be something engaging, something interesting, something that can be liked by the media. And we can do a separate discussion on that later. Then also control your media or public perception in a genuine way. The media is very, very interested in reputation, in terms of people's reputation. So, as Malcolm X said in the quote that I started with, the media can declare the guilty and not guilty, and they can declare the those who are not guilty as guilty. Just because people, once they put you in a certain frame and the public starts seeing you in that frame, then people will form their perception about you. You must not be interested in just getting cheap popularity, getting, any reputation at all, but you must make sure there is a deliberate plan on your reputation management in the public domain. And that's what public relations professionals do. So in your media team, you must have somebody who is a public relations professional to also rate your reputation in the public domain, and then be prompt and responsive to media queries. The media, I mean, if they ask you a question and you're not interested in answering, then they just go and form their perceptions about you. If somebody sends you a media, social media tweet or whatever it is, so Facebook queries and all of that, and there is no response in a week or two, and they will just abandon you. So, and they would also spread that these people, when you call them or when you engage them, they don't reply, and that is bad for business. And then also, second to last, volunteer your expertise to the media. There is one thing you must know: the media is also trying to find out ways in which they would not also pay for every guest and everybody that they have to also tap their expertise from. And that's one of the things you must know. We are also trying to reduce our costs of operation. And so if there is a guest that we can easily get, the person will volunteer their expertise without charging them anything, they would love that. So if you as a leader wants to be able to relate well with the media and all of them, just let them send your CV or whatever it is to the media houses and let them know that you're available to speak on these particular topics. The media will be very, very interested in calling you to talk about certain issues, and just volunteer. You don't need to charge the media house anything, just because you also want to promote your work or whatever it is, your expertise. And so volunteerism is loved by the media. And so if you have something that is very critical that the media would need, just let them know that these issues are things you can handle. And then number 10, make the media your friend. Just like how we say, make the police your friend, make the media your friend as well. If you want to be safe, if you want to have a good reputation, if you want to actually persuade people to want to get in the public domain and do the right things, in the right perspective, and for people to see you in a certain light, make the media your friend, and they would forever stick with you. So these are very important things that I wanted to bring to our attention. And this particular slide, I took it from the leadership Center for Transformational Leadership platform. It says leadership is influence. It is nothing more, nothing less. John C. Maxwell. And remember that influence can be positive or negative. Opt to be a positive influence today, because the media is there to help you to be a positive influence. The media wants to make sure that the society is developing, and we are holding our leaders accountable. We are doing the right things. Our communities are being impacted positively, and you can use the media to actually achieve that leadership influence that you also have. And the CTL Africa is here to help you also grow this kind of leadership influence in all that you do. Thank you very, very much. These are my contacts. You can reach me anytime, or at Truth TV, when you come to Amasaman in Accra, Heritage Christian University College campus. We are right here to help you. Help you with media relations, public relations, help you with our TV platform on different things that we do that can help you. We are focused on entrepreneurship, leadership, and then technology development, and then personal growth. And my phone number is 02067 3038 02067 3038. My email is also there. On social media, you can follow me, just Conrad Kakraba, any of the platforms, and then Truth TV Ghana as well. Thank you very much for this time.
Wow. Thank you. We just didn't even realize that time was far flying past, because there's so much good stuff there. All right. So Conrad will take some water, but he's going to come back and give us his closing remarks. So Conrad, thank you so very much. A lot to chew on here. A lot to chew on here. So guys, I want you to share your learning. What is your major takeaway from this presentation that Conrad has done for us? That's number one. Number two, if you have any questions or comments, please share them in the comment section. We're going to come back and share your thoughts to the whole wide world. we encourage you to like our page, CTL Africa. We also encourage you to subscribe. We encourage you to share the link. We've also shared a link to our community, the CTL Africa community. We want you to join our community as we're going to share more information and lessons so that you don't miss out on any of our programs. Please join the CTL Africa official community and avail yourself of all the necessary information. So we'll come back and see who is in the house, who is talking, who is commenting. But for now, I want to hand over to Kofi for a quick break, and then we'll come back to take your thoughts. Please don't go. The questions and answer sessions are so important. That's where you're going to learn, and you're going to share your thoughts. You're going to share your comments, and Conrad is going to come back, answer all the questions and comments, and give us his closing final thoughts, which is hiding in his pocket. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
My name is Eliza.
My name is Elsie.
My name is Ebenezer Tufo.
This is Rosemary Robert Gacy.
Over the past 14 weeks, I have been part of CTL Africa's 15-week growth journey, and it has been a blessing for me. I want to share my lessons with you.
Indeed, my attitude to life has never been the same. On the very first day I joined the virtual Personal Growth and Leadership Masterclass organized by Center for Transformational Leadership CTL Africa under the tutelage of Mr. Samuel Eyim.
First, the law of intentionality. Second, the law of design. And third, the law of the rubber band, the law of expansion.
The law of intentionality, the law of awareness. Then we have the law of the mirror.
Looking at how intense these laws are and how much impact they're supposed to make to our life.
My value obviously is not the same. The program indeed satisfies my quest for knowledge. So I encourage you to be part of this journey and also become an encouragement to others.
I will recommend CTL Africa to everyone who hears about us.
It has been a blessing to me, and I will encourage you to be part of CTL Africa's 15-week growth journey.
So we thank Mr. Eyim, we thank CTL, and thank you for listening to us.
God bless you as you make a move today.
I have been blessed, and so you be blessed. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Kofi, for that. Conrad has given us a lot to chew on. His 10 suggestions: recognize the age you are in, study the trends, plan for the media, get professional, don't just do anything, create your own media. It says, be purposeful, purposefully visible, create something interesting, control the media or the public, be prompt in your responses, and make the media your friend. Those are the 10 quick takeaways that I have there. Now let's see who is in the house and who is talking. Right, Kweku Darfor is here, and we see he's from Tema here. We have Derek Obin is here. He says, greeting, I'm watching from Mataheko. Thank you. Dixon Amankwa Tufo is here. Dennis Ahe from Sakumono is here, and Albert Donko is also here. And he says that a great convener on the leadership, connector on the leadership platform. Thank you, Yaya. Alice Kopi is here. He says, keep the good work up, my boss. And he says, Honorable Yaha Ali, UN organizer, Ahafo region. All right, thank you so much, coming all the way. Lakwe is here, great to join. Once again, thank you so much. He says, thanks for this topic. Felix Ama is here, my future president. Conrad, you are our future president, get ready. Odosewa is here also. He says that's true, not sure exactly to which point. And we have Big Guy Network. He says, good evening. I'm Bismarck Boabin, and I'm tracking the program live. And Khaled, thank you so much. Philip Ose, assuming is here, very powerful to learn from you. Fortune Doris Atta is watching from Accra, and Kel Lomo, very true. The media is powerful. It's a powerful tool. Yes. Frederick says great. Frederick Hamu says great. And Obo Richie says, I hardly watch TV these days. I'm always on my phone trying to achieve something. All right. And by the way, we've shared our community links. Please click on the link and join right away so you don't forget. All right. I think there is a question here from Richie. He says, I think spending money to get a good or quality result is not a disadvantage, Conrad. I believe at the end, once you are able to use money to make a good video or content, it will help draw more views. All right, so that's a comment there from Richie. And he says you can monetize your account. Okay, great. All right, so Conrad, take note of those comments and let's have your thoughts. Samuel Ampoma is here. He says, God bless you for the educative program. Kusiwa says, be purposefully visible. That's a takeaway. Please share your takeaway with us. And Dixon, thank you, Conrad. Great delivery. Well, Abedonko, great insight. We either resolve or dissolve to media questions. How do I begin to build trust as a brand on the digital space? So, Conrad, that's another question, a question of spending the money and the question of how do I begin to build trust. All right. Ebenezer Tufo is here all the way from Abuja. Ebenezer, have you voted? How is the situation in Abuja? Let's know. We pray for you. Kelly Lomote says, very interesting. Osei Adu Samuel says, great presentation. Rap Called says, great presentation, boss. Thanks a lot. Ebenezer says, this is quite insightful and blessed. Thank you, Conrad, for this presentation. I'm taking home, invest in the media. So that's somebody's takeaway. Ebenezer, my takeaway, recognize the age you are in and the importance of social media to propel one forward in his endeavor. All right, Ebenezer Niyama is here from HCC. Ebenezer, you are welcome. All right, Big Guy says it is so apathetic to realize that most of these social media influencers are people who are just there for the sake of being there, and they exhibit nothing else but negativity. Well, Conrad will have something to say about that. What do you say about influencers? Are they just there doing nothing, exhibiting negativity? And Big Guy says again, a leader must appear for a reason, but not just for appearing sake. This is my takeaway. Great. So that's been there for you. Philemon Mensah is watching from Winneba. All right. So those are some thoughts, and we're going to bring Conrad back to comment on those ones. But I have my question for Conrad also. Conrad, can you share with us also personally? We know you are in the media for a very long time, but you, as apart from just your career as a leader, how have you personally strategically used the media to promote your leadership yourself? All right. You want to share your personal experiences. And second thing, all this look good. What is the downside of the media that leaders should be mindful of? Because as you said, the media can make you guilty, even if you are innocent, and make the innocent guilty. Okay. So what's the downside of the media that we should watch as leaders? All right, so that's a lot already for you, and there are more comments coming, so you want to address them quickly and snappy so we can take in more. We have 15 minutes to close. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, boss. So the first question was about trust, how to build trust as a brand on social media. So the first thing that I'll say is you must create good content. Yeah, people must see your content and then be excited about what you are putting out there on social media, or on traditional media, or wherever it is. Then two, you must share customer testimonials. Yeah, so you see CTL, for example, have just seen in the advert that was played, customer testimonials. They shared the things that the experiences of people who have had the training at CTL Africa. That makes it personal. That makes people know that, yes, this thing is really good and is helping people. Then provide customer service as well. Try as much as possible so that whatever the people are seeing on social media is exactly what they experience when they come to you. And also get behind the camera. Let people see exactly who is behind that brand. Let them see you face to face on camera one day, do a video, and then also share your values as well. Let people know that this is what you stand for, and everywhere they go they will see that demonstrated. So those are the things that you can do in order to build trust on social media as a leader. Then the question about social media influencers, always negativity and all of that. So yes, many of the people who have a lot of followers, I mean, some of the people, I shouldn't say many of the people. Yeah, some of the people who have a lot of followers on social media are people who create just funny videos, funny videos. It's not just about it's not negative, it's not, if the video is not offensive and it's not nude and all of that, fine. So that's what they want to specialize in. There are others who are creating very exciting content. In fact, the number one guy in Ghana, YouTuber in Ghana, who reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, that is Wadimaya. If you go and watch his content, it's all about promoting the positive sides of Africa, the positive things happening in Africa. That's all he does. And people love that. So it doesn't mean that it's only the negative thing that people are interested in. The first person to reach the 1 million subscribers on YouTube in Ghana is Wadimaya, and it's positive stuff that he's promoting. So you should not be interested in those who are using it for negative purpose. Every good thing, I mean, somebody will find a negative use for it. So just look for the positive content that people are creating, and also you can be an influencer. Hiring professionals at a cost. Yes, I said that. Yes, if you're starting, hire professionals, let them help you to set up and to do all the things that you need to do to train you and all of that. But as I'm saying, that to keep the professionals all the time may be expensive for you, and so you need to grow your own team, develop them, and then they can be with you all the time, because the media is such that you would need them all the time, and the time that you may be calling the people who may be very expensive, you may not get them. And so you need to also be able to build your own team. That's what I meant by that. And then the question from Mr. Yim, my personal journey as a leader and how I've used the media. Well, the number one aspect of my journey as a leader, first, I am a leader in the church. I am a minister of the gospel. I am also a leader when it comes to personal development. From my Conrado group, I do a lot of personal consulting. I mean, personal growth and leadership. What I do is, first of all, to use my social media channels to let people know what I stand for, what I offer, and also to use the traditional media traditional media, people interview me and engage with me on different things that I do. And that also exposes whatever it is that I offer to the public. Then also when there are events that are organized, I make sure that I get the media to cover them in order for it to be in the public domain. And so that's one of the things that I've done personally. And I also have a media team, personal media team that helps me to do all of these things. So it's not just about me and doing everything because I'm a media guy. No, I have a lot of media colleagues. I have a whole media page that I relate with other people who help me to do these things. At Heritage Christian University College, when I came here and I was the executive assistant to the president, I had to do a lot of things in public relations for the university, media relations, and I had to use the media to come and help me to put a lot of things together to bring about the positive image of the university to the public domain. At church as well, I've helped the church in several ways to be able to get their messages into the public domain through radio and television, and all of that. And so that is how I use media personally. Now, I use it also for image building in terms of you must keep a very good image of yourself in the public domain. So my profiles, so people get to know about me through the things that I post and the things that I if you go to my social media handles, me, you will see my profiles there, you get to know what I do and what I stand for. And so that's very important. Then networking as well. I've done a lot of networking with media colleagues, in order for me to be able to influence whatever sphere that I am on, or I'm given any role to play. At the United Nations Association Ghana, I do a lot of things related to media and public relations, and I've built a lot of networks, with media colleagues, so that anything that I have to do for the association, I bring them on board. So that is how I've used it. Now, the final question about the downside of the media. Yes, as I mentioned, the media can help you positively, but also if you are not responsive to the media, they will have a negative perception about you. If they ask you questions and you're not forthcoming, you're not responsive, the media will have a negative perception about you. The media can also overflog some issues, you see, and they may not highlight on the ones that you are interested in. And that's one of the things that you must know as a leader. You may want the media to look at an angle of the story that you want. You have done something nice, a big program, but what the media may be interested in is something that went wrong. You see, they say what? The first rule they teach us in journalism school, if you are to define news, they say, if a dog bites a man, it is no news. But if a man bites a dog, it is big news. So that's one thing you must understand as a leader. The media is looking for some things that are not ordinary, things that will not excite anybody. No, nobody will be interested in it. So do something exciting. Bring a twist to whatever it is that you're doing that will be fresh, will be interesting, will create human interest, and will be relevant to the public. So that's what you must know. Thank you.
Thank you, Conrad. A couple more questions, I think.
Yeah.
Edward Ampere is asking that you did not mention at all anything about websites. So he's asking, are websites still relevant? So that is one question for you. Richard says also about trust, there need to be consistent sharing of content which would involve your viewers. Then Philemon Mensah is saying, please, can you share with us only the image or diagram of social media marketing platforms? Social media marketing platforms. Can you share that again? All right. So those are two quick questions. Let me see if Sarah has any question for you so we can add that. and then we would let you answer that, and let's see if we have more time for more questions.
Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you so much, Conrad, for this educative presentation. Today, I've learned something in narcotization. That is, it's a new
I
word.
also noticed that big word, narcotization.
Yes, yeah. And
I
my
thought it's about
takeaway,
narcotics.
yes, my takeaway is that if you ignore the media, you are undermining your own influence.
Influence.
And
Yeah, I
therefore,
love
you
that.
really have to take that in addition to everything that has been shared.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, you being a media expert, I'm just speaking for our audience here who are always so faithful. Are you considering doing a package for our esteemed audience, because they have spent their time here with us at CTL platform, that's TLP?
Yeah.
That is a plea I am putting forward for our
Okay.
esteemed audience.
Okay.
Thank
Great.
you.
All right. I love that. Yeah. So the first one was about websites. So yes, I mentioned it in passing that uh, these days you can use the social media to link people to your website. So when they click on it, then it links them or connects them to your website. So I mentioned it in passing, but maybe I didn't focus much on websites. Websites are very critical. They are so if people see you on social media, they don't just end there. If they want to actually investigate you further, they try to now find out a bit more if you have a website and all of that. And so that is very critical. You need to have website, invest in it, and do it very well if you want your brand to go further. And then two, somebody was asking for a social media diagram. Well, you can WhatsApp me after here, and then I can send you the whole presentation. And so just my number has been put out, 02067 30 38 2, 02067 30 38 2. And you can also go back to the CTL page on YouTube or on Facebook, and you can have this particular recorded video, and you can watch it further. Then the package for the audience. Oh yes, there's a package for the audience. Everybody who is here this evening, yes, the very first package for you is that you can have the slides, for free. And so when you WhatsApp me, you can have this particular presentation for free. And if you want further training, further engagement, further understanding on what to do, I can help you to build your media strategy and media team. I can do free consultancy on that, and then the details of it we can now talk about money. Yeah, but I can help you to really get your way around the media, and so that's what I'm offering for the audience. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And well, we are, as we're enjoying and learning so much from Conrad, we are seeing that the time is almost up. We want to encourage you to register for our trainings. The Growth Accelerator journey is still running. This year, we are doing these trainings across. Put your dream to the test. We are doing it throughout the year. So please register for them. The growth journey is continuous. Bring people who you think can help, your team members, and talk to your HR people and let them bring people who they want to grow, your high flyers in your organizations. Bring them to register for some of this training. They would benefit. The fundamentals of leadership, developing the leader in you, the human understanding human behavior through the personality profiling. We're doing all these things are running. Please check our website, which is currently in construction though, but check other our social media and watch out. Join our community, and we'll be able to you see all the details there. All right, so let me leave Conrad the last 1 minute to share his final closing thoughts with us. Conrad.
Thank you very much, boss. So everybody on this platform tonight, this is a very important message to you. The media is your friend. The media is powerful. The media is to mediate between you and whoever you want to reach. This has never, it has never happened like that before in human history, for us to have all these platforms converging on our phones. One platform where you bring television, radio, newspapers or print, and you have websites, you have everything, social media platforms, all of them on your mobile phone. There has never been a time as this. We cannot give any excuse for not using the power that the media wields positively to influence our constituents and our publics. We owe them that opportunity to reach out to us, to relate with us in a more positive manner. And that is through the media. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Conrad, and God bless you also. And to all of you, God bless all of you. Last comment from Lakwe. He says, very interesting on the demography of users on the various platforms. That's going to guide me on where to focus my posts and the nature of posts for each platform. Thank you, Conrad, and thank you, CTL Africa. And we want to thank all of you. Evans Odum said, thanks CTL for all the wonderful lessons. And we want to thank you all for being wonderful participants on this platform. Next week, we'll come again your way with another leader and another great lesson. Watch out. Please join our community where we're going to interact and we're going to share more information. Please feel free to connect with us and let's learn together. God bless you. Have a good night, and let's go to church tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Navigating through life without a coach or a guide can be very deceiving, making you come to think that you have achieved the highest or the best you can ever, or you have made the best of decisions. But until you become very intentional and take a good stock of your life, you would not realize that it's a mistake.
Pain helps you to come out of your comfort zone.
The law of intentionality and the fact that learning is a lifelong journey if you want to be significant. Emphasis on significance.
Previously, I used to be very unintentional about the things I do when it comes to my family, my work, my Christian life, and basically everything that I do.
In the pursuit of that growth, there are gaps. There are gaps that we need to conquer. These gaps include the knowledge, perfection, mistake, inspirational, timing, and assumption gap.
And I will encourage you to be part of CTL Africa's 15-week growth journey.
I encourage you all out there who need to live their life to be part of CTL Africa's growth journey.
Please take advantage of this program and your life will never be the same.
Thank you very much, CTL Africa, and continue to impact the world. God bless you.